So how do you find that one or maybe two channel strategies that really work for your business and give you the best ROI for the kind of product or service that you're trying to sell to your customers? Hey everyone, so this is the last episode of this bullseye framework that we've been talking about. And in the past episode, we spoke about how to create a very long list of potential strategies, and then we talked about how to prioritize them. In this video, we're going to talk about how to further prioritize and get to the last one. So after you go through that prioritization exercise where you've got maybe 5 to 8 channel strategies that you're going to play with, you then want to go about, take that 5 to 8 channel strategies, and you want to design an experiment around each of them. You want to have a really cheap experiment. You don't want to spend a lot of money, but because what you want to do is you want to have a really quick and dirty way to assess the effectiveness of these channel strategies that you selected. So, you know, if we normally run 40 different ads for a Facebook campaign, run 4. If you want to have a really big conference, do a small event and see what the result is going to be, so on and so forth. So you get an idea. Design these experiments. In these experiments, you have to have a success metric. So decide what success means to you, right? And create a benchmark. And you say, look, in this experiment, we want to hit this number. Whatever that number is, number of leads, number of attendees, whatever it is, but set that success criteria for yourself so after the experiment you could evaluate whether you hit it or not, right? Once you go through these experiments, then really 1 or 2 or maximum 3 channel strategies are going to really stand out, and you're going to notice that they probably have a lot of potential. You want to pick the top one. Pick the top one and double down in terms of learning about the channel and the channel strategy further and further and become really good at it. A lot of startups are really good at 1 or 2 or maximum 3 channels. They're not great at every single thing because, again, budgets are limited, time is limited, and there are so many restrictions. So get really good at that top channel strategy that you've identified as the most effective. Get very good at it and start doing a lot of different experiments within that channel. Now, what you're going to notice after a while is that the effectiveness of that channel and that channel strategy is also going to plateau, and that's normal for any kind of marketing campaign or activity that you do. Campaigns plateau after a while. Now, once you start seeing a plateau in that channel strategy, you want to then start looking at your second channel strategy that you identified in the previous experiment and go through the same thing until that one plateaus, and then introduce a third one. In a lot of situations, you will realize that there is a lot of green field, and with each channel strategy that you identify, you can go very far. But that's probably the best way and the most cost-effective way to go about picking what kind of channels and you're gonna use, and how are you gonna put your product in front of your customers to, you know, for the best ROI. So that's the bullseye framework, that you go from really a very long list to maybe 5 to 8 potential channel strategies, and then to maybe 3 that are most effective, and then focusing on 1 that gives you the best result. I hope this helped. Let me know if you have any other approaches that you have when you want to pick different channels that you want to target and experiment with. Love to hear. But until some of our later videos, we'll see you around. Take care. Bye-bye.